Imagine an MMO where every quest feels like it's ripped straight from a Bioware game. Cinematic cutscenes, moral choices, every single line of dialogue fully voiced. Now, picture all of that wrapped in the Star Wars universe. That's exactly what Star Wars: The Old Republic delivers. And it still stands as one of the most story-rich MMOs out there. But does it hold up in 2025? Let's find out. Released in December 2011 by Bioware under Electronic Arts, Star Wars: The Old Republic, also called SWTOR, is a free-to-play MMORPG set in the famous Star Wars universe, roughly 3000 years before the rise of the legend himself, Darth Vader. Star Wars: The Old Republic uses a tap-target combat system that manages to feel fast-paced and fluid, especially compared to older MMOs in the same genre. Mainly this is due to Jedi and Sith-styled acrobatic animations, which feel very fluid. Each class, 8 in total, split across the Galactic Republic and the Sith Empire, has unique abilities and fighting styles. Whether you're force-choking enemies as a Sith warrior or unloading blaster volleys as a smuggler, the combat feels punchy and responsive. The combat is solid, but where SWTOR really stands out is the storytelling. Bioware, famous for narrative-rich RPGs like Mass Effect and Dragon Age, brings that pedigree to Star Wars in full force. Every single quest, even the side quests, is fully voice acted. This attention to detail makes the world feel incredibly alive. Dialogue trees give players freedom of choice, allowing for dark or light side tendencies. Each class has its own 30 to 50 hour story campaign, depending on your playstyle. It takes shorter or longer, and they are genuinely worth playing. Whether you're navigating Sith politics or operating as a noble Jedi Knight, you will find depth, twists and character development that rival even some single-player RPGs. Next up, let's get into world building and art design of the game. SWTOR is arguably peak Star Wars world building. The environments range from huge cities and deep jungles to the dry desert and ancient Sith temples of Korriban. The developers took great care to blend familiar Star Wars aesthetics with the expanded lore of the game. Architecture, ship design, etc. All of these very important assets for an MMORPG. They really scream Star Wars in every way. So, what are my final thoughts? Would I recommend Star Wars: The Old Republic in 2025? Despite all the praise in this review, Star Wars: The Old Republic isn't a perfect game. Side content can be repetitive, there are significant limitations without a subscription, and the UI can be very unintuitive at times. However, if you're looking for a story-rich MMORPG with a strong character progression, satisfying combat, and full cinematic storytelling, Star Wars really is a gem. And always keep in mind, it is free, at least to a certain point. When taking a look at the population, the player numbers are still pretty decent given the age of the game. Most of the areas still feel populated. Even for those who don't typically play MMOs, the unique narrative focus and the voice acting makes it almost feel like a single player RPG at times. So even from today's perspective, I would definitely recommend trying Star Wars: The Old Republic.